Please, if you can hear me, identify.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let me quickly explain something. I think some of you, one or two people have asked me about the past question, especially in like swimming past questions. Now, no, since 2015, 2025, last year, that was last year. That's when we started our subject-based questions. No, what did I mean by subject-based? No, for instance, people that did medical in the probably putting for medicine. I go to English, physics, chemistry, and biology. Yeah. Previously, from 2014, 2024 downward, we only do maths, English, and general paper. That's for Unilag post-UM student. Maths, English, and general paper. But since last year, maybe JAM, they had meeting with JAM. They were now advised to also include some of the subject you did in your UTME. That is to say, if you are doing medicals, aside English, maths, and a general paper, you're going to be doing chemistry, physics, and biology. If you are doing engineering, you only did maths. You're going to be doing maths, English, mathematics, and some further maths question, related question with your physics and chemistry. But when you look at the past questions, I try to classify most of those things, probably medicals, art and humanity, engineering, and environmental. If you are from medical, you can still solve question in English, maths, and general paper in other faculties. You might not do economics, you might not do geography, but that English in other faculty and the maths and the general paper, you should still treat them because it's a random questions. You never can tell. Don't say because this thing is for art and humanity, I will not attempt the English and mathematics. Hope you understand. All right, I think that is settled. Now today, I think we have done a change of subject formula. Like I was in the studio where your tutor was taking the class. Today, I want to quickly go to proportionality. You know, proportionality is just how we compares variables. Like uh, some of you that are field students, when you say force is what, F is equal to what, M A. You get this A there, this is force. You get this is mass times acceleration. If you remember your physics. Now, sometimes they will ask you that they will say F is equal to what? Mg. G is acceleration due to gravity. You know? Please, I don't want to go too far. Let me go to some of you that are in management. When you say simple interest is equal to what? Principal times what? Times rate times time. This is our proportionality. Now, the rate can be the constant. Yeah, the acceleration due to gravity can be the constant. Yeah, your acceleration can be the constant. Yeah, in proportionality, they might say, okay, F is equal to what? K M, because your K is what? Is constant. I can say I interest is what? Equals what? K P T, because my rate is what? Is constant. But today, we're going to be doing three types of variation, which is what? We have what? Direct proportion, indirect. Almost some of you that are not conversant with this, you can write. But like I always told you, this class is not a foundational class. We believe you have gone through SS1, SS2, and some of you have finished SS3. But you don't expect us to now start explaining what is direct, what is indirect. And we also have what we call joints. Our syllabus cannot pass this. This was what we call partial relation. But Unilag has questions on partial relation, mostly direct, indirect, and joints. Good. Hope you understand.
Yes.
Do we understand?
Yes.
Now I'm
Yes,
going to
sir.
give you an example of direct. When you have a variation that, like if you're using your S variable, S is directly proportional to what? To Y. You get? That is a sample of a direct. That is say an increase in S is also an increase in Y. You get? It's just like in your inflation. When you have inflation, when there's an increase in inflation, you get there's no how in the economies that will increase interest rate. You get? That is proportionality. They will always make sure that when there's increase in interest rate will also decrease the inflation. The reason why that is the proportionality, just like your physics. For a force, for you to have an increase in the force, you must increase the acceleration. You must increase the mass. So when you have your indirect, that is for direct. For your indirect, you have x is what? Over 1 over y. That is your what? Your indirect. Get. Your direct is increase in one variable, is an increase in the other variable. If your indirect is an increase in one variable, is a decrease in an other variable. Hope you get. Therefore, for your joint might have you can have one or two variables. When you have like maybe your S, Y, Z, S, Y, Z, which means that S is directly proportional to Y, but inversely proportional to what? To Z. That is to say, in an English, which means that your S increase in X is same thing as increase in Y. Increase in S is decrease in what? In Z. And that is why when you see this, if you want to represent it mathematically, you go to what? S equal to what? K, Y. This is what? S is equal to what? K all over Y. And this is the same thing as what? S is equal to what? K, Y all over Z. I'm representing your K as a constant, taking this what? Proportionality sign. Should I explain again? Because we are going to go to our past question to start solving questions that is related to this.
Yeah.
All right, good. Sorry. The first question is from if you have this, yeah, you have this. The first question is from page 104. 104, question number 17. Now, let me quickly read the question before the 104, question number 17. It says, y is inversely proportional to the square of x. When x is equal to 3, then y is equal to 4. Find the constants of the proportionality. This question is direct. It's direct. The examiner don't want to stress you too much, and that's why they ask you to look for the proportionality constant. Now, straight to the question, to the answer, to the solution. Let me leave this. Let me start from here. When you see question like this, as you are reading it, be interpreting it mathematically. They say y is what? Is inversely proportional to what? To the square of x. Now be mindful. So people go and do square roots. There's one between square, this is square of x. This is what? Square root of x. Square of x is like this. S square. Square root of s. Square root of x is like this. Can you see the difference? Well, some of you, if you are not careful, when you do square root of s, you still see the answer in the options. And you have thought that you have solved your post-2ME well. So you have to be mindful. Now go back to the solution. Y is is what? Inversely. Like what I told you here. See what I showed you here? X is inverse is 1 over y. To what? To the square root of what? Square of x. Now, you turn it to mathematical value. You go to what? Y equal to what? K all over what? S square. From there, from the question, you'll be able to what? To interpret it mathematically. Now, then I said when x is what? Is 3, y is 4. Good. Therefore, you input this x and y, value of x and y, so that you can get your k. When your y is 4, you put anywhere you see y, you put 4 equals to k. Anywhere you see x, you put 3. 3 what? 3 square. And that will give you what? 4k all over 9. And what will be your k? Your k will be what? 36. Hmm? Let me see. What's the answer? 36. That's why I said this question is direct. You get? Because if I want to ask you further, okay, now let me ask you further in the class. Now find y when x is what? Is 2. Can you do that quickly? Since we have gotten our k. You find y when x is what?
18,
Equal
sir.
to 2. Is what? What's the answer?
I said 18, sir.
18.
Sorry, 9,
What?
9, 9,
9.
9.
Any contradiction? Because I know some people are still dragging with
No,
this.
sir, it's 9.
All right.
9 is
Thank you.
9.
Now, can you see?
9.
But in the question, you were told to look for the proportionality constant, which I have told you how to convert your proportionality constant. Now, let's go to the next question. The next question here is now we should be able to do that ourselves. Page 130. Question number 2. No, question number 1. Page 130, question number 1. Let me read the questions. Now we should solve that within 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Now it says Z is inversely proportional to the cube of V. Z is inversely proportional to the cube of V. And Z is what? 81. V is 2. Find Z when V is equal to 3. Again, Z is inversely proportional to the cube of V. Not cube root, cube of V. And when Z is equal to 81, V is equal to 2. Find Z when V equals to 3. Are we doing that? Not taking more than 30 seconds. No, Apostle me is time conscious.
Answer is 824.
824. Is it your options? Another person? Any other person?
It's 24, sir.
It's 24. Okay.
Yes.
What's the name?
Okay.
You said?
Basit.
Basit. Basit got 24. I think another person said 24. What's your name?
Leah.
Leah.
24.
Wow. 24. Another person?
24.
24. Good. I think our answer is 24. Yeah. By population. But some of you are not talking in this class. Yeah? I think we are 19.
24.
24. Good. Now, I don't need to solve it since we've all concluded that it's 24. Now, can we go further?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see question number, okay, page number 81. Question 27. Good. Page 20, number 81 questions 27 says P is what? Please, we are still using this, although we still use we use foundation, Unilag foundation very soon. But we're still using this. Now, P is directly proportional to M, and M is inversely. This is a
page. So what page?
page 81, question number 27. This is an example, a typical example of a joint relation. Although you see it on your screen now, they will screen share it. P is directly proportional to M and inversely proportional to N. If P is equal to 9, when M is equal to 24, and N is equal to 8, find the value of P when M is equal to 5. Let me quickly help you to do the proportionality constant, and you continue from there. This is one of the most simplest aspects of mathematics.
So
Yeah.
2.5.
2.5, good. Zalia? Any contradiction?
Sir, 2.5.
2.5? Okay. Let me quickly solve it for some of us, because I know some people in that class, they don't even understand what we are doing. Okay. Now, I appreciate people that have been active in this class, and I pray for you. Please, please mute your mic. Yeah. I appreciate people that have been active in this class, and I pray for you that in this upcoming post-me, you're going to come out with flying color in Jesus' name. Yeah, but fingers are not equal. Yeah, some people have a bad foundation in mathematics, and that's why we are trying to make sure we carry everybody along. Yes. We started with lesser syllabus. From next 2 weeks now, we're going to be introducing you to probability. We introduce you to calculus. We'll be introducing you to some deep statistics and set theory. So if you're not good at this, we get to that point, you're going to be having issues, serious issue, because at that point we don't have time to explain much. You just have to explain for like 5 minutes, go to some of the related questions and solve them, and give you classwork, and leave it with your foundation, what you have known, and what you're going to practice more. Get now. I said P is what? Is direct proportional to what? To M, and what? Inversely what? Proportional to N. Do you get your constants? Go to what? K M over N. Now you're giving the value of P. Your P is what? Is 9. Now some of you say, how did I get my K? I told you, for you to convert this your proportionality constant to equation, you get to equals to, you have to apply your K. K is one of the constants. I've told you the reason why mathematicians are looking for K is applicable to everything in life. You get when it's just like demand and supply in your economics. You get I think if I can remember, if my memory can serve me well, they say the higher the demand or the lower the supply or whatsoever. When the demand is much, the price will go up. Can you see? When the demand of a product is much, the price will also go up, which means that demand is highly proportional to the price. They will not look at what is the constant thing that makes the price to fluctuate. That's the essence. Mathematics will tell you all those factors that will affect the demand and the price increasing, which is the constant K. Especially in Nigeria, maybe insecurity, where they are getting the full form is scarce. Scarcity. Scarcity can be part of the constant. So, but all these mathematics, they're applicable. They're not just abstract. Now, this question say P is directly proportional to N, inversely proportional to N. And for you to remove this, you convert it to what? So equals to, you put your K. P is equal to Km. Because if you get your K, you'll be able to reapply it. Be able to reapply it to other constants. Now, when you have your P to be 9, your M equals to 24, your N equals to 8. you now input this value into your P equals to K M over N so that you can get your K. All these things should take more than 8 seconds. You get it? We are not performing magic. You just want to understand. Now, since you put your 9 instead in place of P, your K still remains the same. You put your 24, you get, and you put what? Your 8. Now, what's your K? Your K, when you do your value, 8 will go here, give it 3. You have 3K is equal to 9. 3K is equal to 9. You're looking for K. 3 will divide 2. You're going to have your K to be what? Your K will be what? Will be 3. When you get your K, the moment you get your K, you can input it to any value. Even if they say there's an increase. When you do your partial differentiation, you understand this better. For that math student. Now say find the value of P when M is 5 and N is 6. Yeah, they're not even bothering you. In mathematics, sometimes they will ask you to go for the value of N. They will ask you to go for the value of N. But now the examiner is very, very lenient. So you should look for P when there's an increment in M and N, knowing your K. Therefore, you just put the value P equals what? Your K, which is 3. You see? 3 times what? Your M, which is what? Your M is 5. And what is your N? Your N is what? Is 6. Do your evaluation. This one go here. 5 divided by 2 is what? 2.5. That's why some of our students were able to get 2.5. Hope you understand. Now, let's go to our foundation. If you have this, I want to take a question from this past question. We will screen share the question. So the majority of it doesn't have this past question. I think only 4 or 5 people in the class or 6. That's page 14. Question number 30. Now I'll call the questions. Let us solve. I think I still have like 10 minutes. S is directly proportional to Y and inversely proportional to Z. Are we listening? Yeah. If S is 12, when Y is 24, and Z is 8, what is the value of S when Y is 10 and Z is 5? Again, S is directly proportional to Y and inversely proportional to Z. If S is equal to 2, when Y equals to 24, and Z equals to 8, what is the value of S when Y equals to 10 and Z equals to 5? Do that within 30 seconds. That's why I leave these equations so that you can understand your proportionality. Or some of us that have not even met this something like this in your entire life in your math class. But it's funny because I think I did this when I was in SS1. And we got it. Forget the fact that I'm a science student, but we got it rightly. And we start applying this, in our universities, your secondary school, probably in your SS3, when you begin to introduce to differentiation, partial differentiation, a slight change. When they tell you a slight change in what? In temperature, a slight change in this, you apply. It's an applied mathematics. When you now come to university, that's when you're going to do this thing properly well. That's when you now have a deep understanding of how all these things work. These are just introduction. University, they'll now take you further. And probably when you now come back to do your masters, you now see the proper application of all this proportionality. See, no knowledge is lost. It's a waste. Now, what do we get? What's our...
8.
Or you want me to call the question again? 6? I can't hear you.
The answer is 8.
You got 8.
The answer is 8.
All right, what's 8?
Yes.
What's your name?
Ahmad.
Ahmad. Ahmad got 8. Any contradiction? Any contrary answer? Or the same answer? Thank you, Ahmad. Please, I don't need test. You don't need to test me because I'm not saying it. Just tell me the answer. This is not an English classroom. This is a practical class. If you are doing mathematics and you are lazy at solving, this so you can't go far. I know some of you, like I always say in this class, some of you did not do maths in your jam, but we expect you that you have done maths in your WAEC. Some of you are coming with A1, B2 in mathematics. Where do you get the A1, B2? That you cannot solve all the simple mathematics. No, 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 no. Don't let us doubt your WAEC, please. Because some professors have been writing letter to NUC to even scrap WAEC. Scrap jam, scrap WAEC. Let them come and face university proper screening. Oh, please. Mathematics is even when you graduate from university and get a very good job, most of your promotional examination will still be meeting mathematics. You can't escape it. For any other person, time is gone. We don't want to talk, or it's too simple.
So I know textbook, and I was not able to hear the question very well. I didn't. So
I thought we screen share the question now.
yeah,
You're
but
not programming. Yeah.
for a very
For
short
what?
period, sir.
For that short period, you can't quickly write out your variables.
I'm very sorry,
Hmm?
sir.
Let me read
Very
it
sorry.
again. S is directly proportional to Y. Now I'm also we are screenshotting the back. Check your screen. You guys are giving us a lot of work. Can you see it now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can.
Thank God I have somebody in the studio. If not, it will be only me. No screenshot too. Okay. Let me quickly solve it so that to help some of us that can't. Eight. Okay. Eight. I love that. Now the guys are talking in my class now, unlike before. Eh?
Sir, 8.
Hey, is that Leah?
Yes, sir. It's it.
8. Okay. All right, good. Let me quickly solve it so that we can confirm if your 8 is right or wrong. And for some of us that are not even talking, some of us are still looking as if we are doing magic. I've told you, your S is what? In the question, S is directly proportional to what? To Y. And everybody is proportional to what? To Z. Simple. If you get this, you get your answer. Now, put your proportionality constant, which is what equal to what? K Y over Z. Yeah. Now, you now begin to input the values. They say when S is what? When S is 12, Y is what? 24. Your Z is what? Is 8. You quickly input all these things into this value. No? 12. K still remain K. Your Y, 24. Your Z, 8. How can you get your K? This one goes here. This one will give you 3. Hmm? Or your K will be what? Be 4. You don't need calculator. Some of you are still in your. I'm not even sure the post will allow you to use calculator. By the time you want to press your calculator, time is gone. To evaluate this, you must take it more than 5 seconds. 8 goes in 24 is 3. It's 3K. 3K equals to 12. What is your K? It's 4. You divide 2 by 3 to get your 4. When you have your K to be 4, you will write the formula. Your X equals to what? KY over Z. This is another what? Equation. So that when they now give you a different value of Y, either Y or S or Z, you can get any of the value. Then I said, what is the value of X? Still, all these examiner are lenient. To be sincere, if I believe you want to say this question, I will teach your brain to some extent. They say, what is the value of X when Y is what? Let me use this side so I can see. When Y is 10, you put S 4 times 10 All over what? Your Z is 5. Can you see? Where we have our Y, we put your 10. When you have your Z, you put 5. Therefore, when you do this simplification, you have 5 goes here, 5 goes here, 2. 2 times 4. Your S is what? Is 8. Any question? Any contribution?
No, sir. We can't see.
Yeah. I've told you in proportionality for Unilag syllabus, you're going to be having your direct proportion. You're going to be having your direct proportion, indirect proportion, and joint variation. At least today, we're able to solve question on the 3 aspects, either your direct, indirect, your joint variation. Although I think I saw a question in foundation that is related to partial variation. Yeah, but I'm going to give you as a class as an assignment. Probably in the next class, I'll just explain it a bit. But I don't want to bother you. Sincerely speaking, you only see question on partial variation in Unilag post-2M. Yeah. Please, God bless you. Please, I wait when I send my class assignment. Please, I don't have time to check for 2 days. Please, when I give it to you, we're giving you just 30 minutes. Solve and submit immediately. It shows how responsible you are. All right. God bless you. See you on Wednesday.